What is going on, guys? I am back with another Madden 22 video. Sorry for not posting a video yesterday. I honestly just felt lazy and wanted to take a break. But I am back today with a video I wanted to make for a very long time, but have just finally gotten around to making it. Today we are going to be ranking all of the theme teams so far in Madden 22. And, yeah, the theme team that I deem to be the best after researching this, I'm actually going to use for my starting from scratch series, so that'll actually be pretty fun. I suggest actually looking at the first episode of that. If you need help, like, team building or even making coins, anything like that, it's literally me making a team and starting entirely from scratch, just opening up the game on a new account. So I think that's a pretty fun series, but yeah, without further ado, I'm ready to rank these theme teams. Okay, so we are going to be starting out with the D tier, or as I renamed it, the off-meta theme teams. We have the Bengals, the Bills, the Chargers, the Falcons, Texans, Packers, and Saints. I didn't label this unusable because these are usable theme teams, even though they're personally, in my opinion, the worst ones. Every theme team is not going to be bad. They all have different pieces. Like, the Bengals have Boomer Esiason and Reggie Nelson at safety. The Bills, what do the Bills have? I kind of forget what the Bills have. They might not have much of anything. Sorry, Bills fans. The Chargers have Justin Herbert. The Falcons actually still have a few good corners, like Deion Sanders and Cordero Patterson. Texans were probably the worst team. I'm just gonna put them there. They don't have much of anything. The Packers, they have that A.J. Dillon that's pretty good. They have the Darnell Savage that just came out. And the Saints have the best running back core out of any theme team in the game. Just the rest of their team sucks. So, yeah, these are, like, still decent teams if they're your favorite team or something. But they're definitely not the in-meta theme teams to be using. Okay, next up, we have the C tier, or again, as I renamed it, multiple missing pieces. These are theme teams that already actually have, like, a solid player or players that are, like, almost even the best at their position, but still some of the other positions are so weak that it just can't carry the theme team. Like, for example, the Bears have Walter Payton, that new Walter Payton that came out, but, like, their receivers are trash, right? So, just things of that nature. The Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, who isn't bad, and they have great corners, but their wide receivers are just really bad. Same with the Steelers. The Steelers have Najee Harris. They have really good safeties with Minka, and Big Ben isn't horrible for some people. But, like, the rest of their corners are just really bad. So, you see where I'm going with this? It's just teams that have really, really good aspects, but are missing a bunch of other pieces, and that's why they're in the C tier. Okay, guys, on to the next tier. We have the B tier, or as I renamed it, a couple missing pieces. If this was multiple missing pieces, these are just the teams that just have a few things missing. They have a lot of good, but they also have a lot of bad. Like, the Eagles get an insane Randall Cunningham. They have decent corners. They have good safeties. We even have good running backs. And I'm saying we because I am an Eagles fan. But our receivers are just crap. I mean, that's just the way it is. The Titans have that god-tier Derrick Henry quarterback. And then after that, they kind of just die. But that Derrick Henry is so good that I had to put them in B tier. I mean, that thing is insane. The Rams have Matt Stafford and a few decent running backs. After that, they kind of tank. You know, things like that. Just missing a couple pieces that can't propel them up into this A tier. But pretty much all of these, anything above B tier and higher, I mean, you're gonna be able to win a bunch of games with these theme teams. And anything, I would say even C tier or higher, I would say it's worth it to make a theme team than just a regular team. It's worth it to get that +2 speed. If you're doing maybe like a Texans theme team, it might just be worth it to build a team you like not a theme team, because they're just really bad. But yeah, these are definitely teams that you could win games with. Okay, so now we're on to the A tier theme teams. Otherwise, I named it One Piece Missing. or one missing piece. These are the theme teams that are just missing one thing. If they had this one thing, they would probably be an S tier. For the Jaguars, it definitely has to be a quarterback. I mean, that new ghost Trevor Lawrence isn't all that good, I don't think. For the Ravens, it's wide receivers. That's not a shock to anyone, even the Ravens in real life. For the Raiders, it's also a quarterback. That Derek Carr isn't going to be, he's just not going to get the job done, okay? And by the way, the Jaguars might seem kind of a weird one to even have up here. Like, why'd they make it to A tier? They have James Robinson running back. They have Tavon Austin as their receiving back. They have Jimmy Smith as their wide receiver. Their corners are Perry Nickerson, who's good, Shaquille Griffin, who's good, and then that Jalen Ramsey's not great, but still they have two good corners. That new 93 overall Andrew Wingard is pretty good, and they have strong safety Reggie Nelson, 95 overall. So don't sleep on the Jaguars theme team. It's actually pretty good. Again, all of these theme teams are missing just one crucial piece, and if they didn't miss that, they would be up in this S tier. And finally, we have the last tier, the S tier. Only 5 theme teams made it here, and it is the best of the best. We have the Dallas Cowboys, obviously. The obvious ones are the Cowboys, the Jets, and the Broncos. But honestly, I actually really like the Seahawks theme team as well. I think that's a very, very underrated theme team, considering no one really talks about them. They have Adrian Peterson. They have Doug Baldwin, route runner, Brandon Marshall, DK Metcalf, Richard Sherman, Shaquille Griffin, Quandre Diggs, Jamal Adams. I mean, their team is kind of loaded. I'm not going to lie. After that, I mean, the Vikings, they have Randall Cunningham and Adrian Peterson. I mean, that's pretty much good enough. They also have good wide receivers and good corners. The Broncos is obvious. They're just a really good theme team. Same with Jets, same with Cowboys. But if I had to pick 3 theme teams that I thought were the best, it would definitely be the Broncos, the Jets, and actually I edged the Seahawks ahead of the Cowboys, which a lot of people wouldn't do. But the thing is, the Cowboys got really loaded up during the Zero Chill promo. But they got loaded up in positions that are, like, already repeats. Like, for example, they got Micah Parsons, which is great. But they also got DeMarcus Ware, who's also an edge rusher. And then they also got Randy Gregory, who's also an edge rusher. Right? So they got loaded up on a lot of positions they didn't need. And yet they still have, like, an 83 or, I don't know, some low 80s strong safety. Like, they just don't have any safeties, really, at all. So I'm kind of down on the Cowboys theme team right now, because I think they got, like, people are complaining that the Cowboys got loaded up, and even this quote loaded up theme team isn't really, like, that consistent, or, like, it isn't good at every position. Whereas the Seahawks theme team, I mean, it's kind of consistently good at every single position. There's not even really one position that it's bad at. So, yeah, out of these 3, I would probably put the Seahawks last. And then it is a complete toss-up between the Broncos and the Jets. It seems like these 2 theme teams are getting new cards, like, every single week now, which is kind of weird. I mean, I guess thank you, Madden. But, I actually give the Broncos a slight edge to the Jets, and it is so close. But I consider the Broncos to be the best theme team in the game. They just have way too much. They have tons of good receivers. They have tons of good corners. They just got Chris Harris Jr. now. They get that strong safety, John Lynch, not even the captain, but the Bo Nose one. They get that Tim Tebow that's really good. They have that Willis McGahee, the running back that's a good power back. I mean, they just have so many good cards. They also have great safeties, which I think is what put them over the edge a bit on the Jets. Because they have Justin Simmons, again, like I mentioned, that John Lynch. And they have one other free safety I can't quite remember. But, yeah, Broncos theme team's looking absolutely stacked. So that is the theme team I'm going to be rocking with in my starting from scratch series. If you guys did enjoy this video, like always, please leave a like, subscribe. We both had to put up with this glitchy website that glitches me down to this sell anything GoDaddy.com ad every 2 seconds. but we made it through. So, yeah, please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.